One time I was listening to, or I actually was reading a lecture of Srila Prabhupada's on Rathayatra, and he was speaking before a crowd of people who knew nothing about Rathayatra in England, just some British people, and they knew nothing about the meaning of Rathayatra. And just imagine what they saw. They were looking at the cart, and they saw these giant figures of Jagannath, Baladev, and Subhadra, and they had no understanding of the meaning of Lord Jagannath and Baladev and Subhadra. And Prabhupada explained in a very simple way that this festival, and this really struck me, the festival of Rathayatra is a festival of feeling. It's very rare that I heard Srila Prabhupada speak like this, a festival of feeling, because Prabhupada was very logical when he would speak, and he was very shastric when he would speak. But here he said that Rathayatra was a festival of feeling. So what did Prabhupada mean by this? Here are these giant figures in carts that in one sense they're not very well formed like human beings. They're very, very simple, their forms, and yet it's a festival of feeling. What feeling is Rathayatra to invoke in us, for us to join this festival of feeling? And to understand this, one has to take shelter of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and especially in the 13th chapter of Madhya Lila of Chaitanya Charitamrita. One has to take shelter of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and watch how he observed this festival. And if one reads carefully and enters into the mood of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that he displays at the Rathayatra festival in Jagannath Puri, as spoken by a very confidential servant of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, one will understand the deep meaning of the festival, and one will understand that in this festival, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu reveals the heart of Srimati Radharani. Now, the heart of Srimati Radharani, and it is a festival. And it is a festival of feeling. It is a festival of the deepest possible feelings, the feelings of separation. But amazingly enough, the feelings of separation are in the presence of Krishna. So Krishna is there in the land of Kurukshetra, or if you are Bengali, any Bengalis here? Kurukshetra. Krishna is there, and he's come for the occasion of the solar eclipse, and all the Yadavas are there, and all of Krishna's queens are there, and all of the armies are there with their elephants, and the chariots are there, and all the Yadava heroes are there. And then also there are the residents of Vrindavan, because Kurukshetra is, if you're driving a car, it's 2 hours approximately north of Delhi, and Vrindavan is about 125 kilometers from Delhi. So approximately 250 kilometers from Vrindavan, the residents of Vrindavan went to Kurukshetra, and they had not seen Krishna. They had not seen Krishna for so long. For them, so long could mean the blink of an eye. This is the nature of the residents of Vrindavan's love for Krishna, that even the blinking of their eyes would cause them, oh, where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? So they had not seen Krishna for years and years. And Vrindavan, practically speaking, had dried up. And then the residents in Vrindavan, Nanda Maharaj, Mother Yashoda, all the cowherd boys, all the senior ladies and cowherd men, and all the Braja Gopikas had gone to Kurukshetra to see Krishna. And Mother Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj were sitting in one of the tents, and Devaki and Rohini walked over to that tent with Krishna and Balaram. And this was going to be the first time they had seen Mother Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj had seen Krishna and Balaram for so long. So Mother Yashoda was sitting and Nanda Maharaj was sitting, and Mother Rohini and Devaki had Krishna and Balaram, and they walked into the tent, and Krishna and Balaram just sat on the laps of Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Maya, and everyone, it was an ocean of tears coming from their eyes. And suddenly, Mother Devaki, she felt very, 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 that Krishna's not even looking at me, and Balaram's not even looking at me, or Rohini. So she said something in a Vrindavan indirect way. She said, how wonderful, she said this to Krishna and Balaram and to Yashoda, Maya and Nanda Maharaj, how wonderful it is that you have taken care, Nanda and Yashoda, of my son Krishna and Balaram, even though you have taken care of them, even though you are not their real mother and father. She said something that sounded like a compliment, like something sweet, but actually in there was something not so sweet. She wanted to say, they are not your real boys, they are my boys, because she was seeing the love that was being exchanged, the feelings that were being exchanged. And it was not like the feelings that were exchanged with her and the boys. So then the question is asked by Srila Jiva Goswami, how did they respond to this very clever statement of Mother Yashoda, of Devaki? And the answer is, no one responded, because they did not hear one word of what she said. Because of the ecstasy they were exchanging and the love they didn't hear anything. They were just completely absorbed. And then Rohini Devi very, 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 very intelligently said, why don't we go outside and meet and talk to the other queens of Krishna? Let us go outside. So then, after some time, somehow Krishna and Balaram, Krishna moved away from his parents because he knew that the Braja Gopikas were outside. And he had to speak with them. And this is described in the 82nd chapter of the 10th canto. And when he went outside, they met. And the exchange is very, 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 very clever, very, very sweet, and very deep, and full of all kinds of feelings. Chastising Krishna, Krishna feeling embarrassed, Krishna laughing to cover his embarrassment and smiling. But ultimately, as taught by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, there they were finally, the purest love in existence. Srimati Radharani, the Braja Gopikas, and Krishna, completely transcendental, nothing to do with this material world. This love was there. They were together finally, but even though they were together, they were not in Vrindavan. They were not in Vrindavan. And without being in Vrindavan, something wasn't correct. So, as Mahaprabhu describes, and Kaviraj Goswami very kindly describes, the heart of Srimati Radharani during this time, and that heart is, oh Krishna, you are here, and I am here, but still we miss Vrindavan. Let us go to Vrindavan. And that is the Rathayatra festival. Separation while meeting with Krishna, very, 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 very intimate and very difficult to describe, but it is like an ocean that's overflowing with deep transcendental feelings. So in this festival, when we chant in front of Lord Jagannath, we should all chant with some feeling. This is Krishna. This is Krishna. This is Balaram. This is Subhadra. Let us chant their names knowing that it is them. And let us chant with some feeling and pray for the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivas, Arigor, and all the Vaishnavas to bless us with some little bit of transcendental feeling that will make our heart melt in love for Krishna. And of course, this is introduced all over the world by our Srila Prabhupada, who is an ocean of carrying the mercy, a great wave of the ocean of carrying the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu all over the world. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. ನಮಗೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಒಂದು ಸಂದೇಶವನ್ನು ಪ್ರಭುಜಿ ಅವರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಜಗನ್ನಾಥ ರಥಯಾತ್ರೆಯ ಆನಂದವನ್ನು ಅನುಭವಿಸಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಚೈತನ್ಯ ಮಹಾಪ್ರಭು ಭಾವವನ್ನು ನಾವು ಸ್ವೀಕರಿಸಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ಒಂದು ಸಂದೇಶದೊಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಜಗನ್ನಾಥ ರಥಯಾತ್ರೆ